Hey, what's up, guys? It's Clint. I'm back with another exciting show. I've got Curtis with me, and we were doing a little thing called Versus. What is Versus, you ask? Well, it's a movie battle show. What's a movie battle show? Well, we take two movies that we think fit well together, and we battle them up against each other. We decide who, and once and for all, is the best movie of the two. The best movie, you ask? Well, maybe not the best. How do we sort this out? Do we have we must have a very intricate grading system. We've probably scientific, yes. We've probably been to film school, and we have a whole just crew of people making these. No, that's not how it goes. Curtis and I have a
question.
We have a scientific way of doing this. Curtis, you took you took the words right out of my mouth. Scientific is the way we do that. We have after weeks and weeks of testing, we have figured out a way to decide once and for all who the real winner is. And the before we get into all that, subscribe, guys. Hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this and you're thinking, "What the hell am I watching?" You need to hit the subscribe button. The subjects today: Bad Moms versus Bridesmaids. Bad Moms versus Bridesmaids. That's right. Who will be the victor? Oh, boy. This was a really fun one. These are two great movies. This is a birthday episode. Why don't you tell us about that, Curtis? And first of all, Curtis, why don't you introduce yourself to those who are new to the channel? Tell them who you are. And then let's talk about the birthday episode and why everyone out there should be singing Happy Birthday in unison.
We should. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I am Curtis Baker. Some potentially vague down the line in relation to Clint. However, we are just good buds, man. And I have this wonderful person in my life. My beautiful wife is turning 22 tomorrow. And it was her turn so because of her birthday, she decided to choose the episode. And well, there's one of our little offspring right there. There's Cece. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Get out of my armpit. Why are you in my armpit?
Why are you in his armpit?
Ew. So we had a birthday.
And here comes. Well,
and there's the other one.
He's got a Nintendo Switch. That's Conan. A man of few words. All right.
Hey.
So,
does she want to say happy birthday to her mom on the mic?
You want to sing happy birthday to mom on the mic? Let's sing happy birthday real quick. Ready? And 1 and 2 and 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mama. Stephanie, wifey, happy birthday to you. Yay!
Yeah! Happy birthday!
All right.
All right.
All right. All right. Go have fun.
Yeah.
So, yes, my lovely wife is turning 22 today. And where's the chat?
And somebody needs to mute their phone or whatever it is making.
No, that's where's the chat?
We're just gonna keep doing screams.
Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom boom. Are you logged in? No. You gotta log in to do chat.
All right.
Kathy says, love you, Steph. I refuse to believe those kids are yours, Curtis. They're too. You're right, Raj. I mean, the mailman is a gorgeous human being. And I'm just glad I can claim him at least a little bit.
Rajneesh also says, Bobby! The Peacemakers in the house. All right. Well, now that we're back to the show, the birthday episode with the birthday movies picked.
Yes.
Which one did you like better, Curtis? Right off the bat, which one? And I asked the chat this, and it's going to be the saving point. Right now it's 50-50, but anybody that votes on there, that might be the savior of the movie by the end of the show. Your eyes are invisible again. There we go. But which one did you like better?
See, I don't know. So they're very close. IMDb has Bad Moms at a 6.2 out of 10, Bridesmaid at a 6.8. So watching these the first times, it's weird, man. Watching these the first times, I probably enjoyed Bridesmaids more.
Bridesmaids?
But originally, like, because this is the second time I'd seen both of them. You hadn't seen one of them, right? Is that correct? Really? Yes.
I hadn't seen Bad Moms. I hadn't seen Bad Moms. So that was fun. I love Mila Kunis. So for me, that was a delight. I'm like, okay, I like pretty much everyone in this movie. Like Mila Kunis is amazing. Catherine Hahn is one of my favorites. You know, like Agatha. Like, all right, I get to watch Agatha, and she's hilarious. This movie. Kristen Bell is always good. And Christina Applegate, she's always good. So, I mean, like right out of the gate, just looking at and Mila Kunis, like I said, I've always liked her a lot. So, knowing she was the main character in this, I said, okay, I'm going to enjoy this movie. And it's just one that slipped through the cracks. I've been single for a long time. And so I didn't have anybody that forced me to watch this movie. This is one of those where you like, we're watching this, but like, really, can't we watch something blow up? You know, like explosions. I want to watch like Rambo, Expendables 7, and they're like, no, we're watching Bad Moms. I'm like, okay, but I actually have a great time and love the movie and have a great time. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you get forced into those movies. But it's not the first pick. Like I'm like, do I want to watch Bad Moms or do I want to watch Kenobi again and see what details I missed? Well, I'm a dork, so I'm gonna go watch Kenobi. You know what I mean? But I had a great time with this movie. I love Catherine Hahn. I love Mila Kunis. And the same thing with Bridesmaids. Like Bridesmaids was fantastic too. Like Kristen Wiig, I always love her. It doesn't matter, you know. Right. She can mow the yard. I'm gonna enjoy watching her do it because she's just gonna do it hilariously. Like and there's a lot of other breakout characters and actors in these shows that we will get to.
But on rewatch, I would say I man, it might just because I'm older and I have several kids now. I enjoyed Bad Moms more. The second time around, and we can talk about why with the questions and stuff like that.
Do you think it's because you can relate to the parent, like the situation of being a parent? You know what I mean?
That as well as some other things with certain characters in Bridesmaids, and I get why they took those choices, but it doesn't make it is enjoyable on a rewatch. I'll say.
Like certain characters, the way they acted.
Yeah, certain main characters. I mean, and not just the way they acted, but the way they were written and stuff like that. Like it just
interesting.
I mean, it still a hilarious, funny movie. But
well, let me dig into the synopsis of these two movies. First off, Bad Moms, and while I'm doing that, you could pull up some trivia if you haven't yet, because I don't have any trivia for either movie pulled up. But I'll do the synopsis for Bad Moms. Mila Kunis, who's Amy, played by Mila Kunis, has a great husband overachieving children, beautiful home, and successful career. Unfortunately, she's also overworked, exhausted, and ready to snap. Fed up, she joins forces with two other stressed out mothers, Kristen Bell, Catherine Hahn, to get away from daily life and conventional responsibilities. As the gals go wild with their newfound freedom, they set themselves up for ultimate showdown with PTA Queen Bee Gwendolyn and her clique of seemingly perfect moms. Yeah, Catherine Hahn's still my favorite. Let's see here. I love Catherine Hahn. Like, she's always great. That's why I was so excited to find out that she was getting an Agatha show when she did. Bridesmaids. All right, let's see here. Annie, played by Kristen Wiig, is a single woman whose own life is a mess. But when she learns that her lifelong best friend Lillian, played by Maya Rudolph, is engaged, she has no choice but to serve as the maid of honor. Though lovelorn, I don't know that word, lovelorn. Do you know that?
Yeah. She lorns for love, dude.
Oh, thanks, dude. Though lovelorn and almost penniless, Annie, nevertheless, winds her way through through the strange and expensive rituals associated with her job as the brides go to blah, 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 blah. Okay. Determined to make things perfect, she gamely leads Lillian and the other bridesmaids down the wild road to the wedding. This is basically a train wreck movie of a jealous.
It is.
It's. They don't even describe it very well because what it's really about is it is a competition of who the bestie is. That's what it is. This is like yes, it's a wedding. Yes, they're getting ready for a wedding, but this is a movie with two people, the new friend and the old friend, fighting for dominance.
Shitty people, honestly, like. Shitty people.
Yeah. Fighting to establish dominance of who the real best friend is. And the speech scene in that movie, like, says it all, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, did you have any good trivia on either of these movies?
So we had, for Bad Moms, Mila Kunis was pregnant with her second child while filming. And let's see. The movie was actually filmed in New Orleans, and it was set in Chicago. Let's see. The 6 main actresses are real life mothers. For Bad Moms we're talking about here. And then for Bridesmaids, we have. What are we getting there?
I don't even.
It was originally intended that Chris O'Dowd's cop would be American, but everyone was so enamored with his role that he and his Irish accent that he decided to keep it. Melissa McCarthy and the Air Marshal Ben Falcone are married in real life. The cast spent about 2 weeks improvising each other, a lot of which was incorporated into the movie. I believe that very much. These are all, most, or not all, but a lot of these are SNL cast members, and improvisation is a big part of that. Before he came to Hollywood, John Hamm, who plays Ted in the movie, was a high school drama teacher at the John Burroughs School in Ladue, Missouri. One of his acting students is Ellie Kemper, who plays Becca.
Oh, wow.
That's Kim Unbreakable. Hey, alive, damn it. This was the highest grossing R-rated female comedy of all time in the domestic box office, edging out Sex and the City. Go ahead.
Bridesmaids, that is.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, it's a good one. It is no surprise. I saw Rajneesh says, not gonna lie, sounds like a sleeping pill. I don't know which movie you're talking about, but I summed up both movies. Bridesmaids Which one are you talking about? We gotta know, Raj. Which one?
Well, he says,
It's a complete train wreck. Like when Bridesmaids is. Like it's just a complete fucking train wreck. And
funny
Bad
train
Mom.
wreck, but
It's
train wreck.
hilarious. Bad Moms is it's real. Both movies are really about a woman having a crisis, and stuff just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And yeah, dude, Bad Moms is good. Bad Moms is good because this mom gets stressed out, and she just basically kind of snaps, and then it's all fun and games until she befriends Catherine Hahn and Kristen Bell. That's when it gets crazy. Like once they introduce Catherine Hahn, you know what I mean? Other than that, like at the beginning, she's just a perfect mom. She's overworked and underappreciated mom who's kicking ass at her job and kicking ass at school and doing all these things that she manages to pull it off, but just barely. And then she kind of fails a little bit, and then next thing you know, she just kind of loses it, and it's just like over it. I'm like, I was kind of having a bad mom's week myself, and I just said fuck it, and yeah, and here we are. So yeah, I almost didn't do the earlier stream with She-Hulk. I was like, I'm kind of overworked and underappreciated, and I'm just gonna. No, I was like, I've got a lot of stuff going on. I'm doing a lot of voiceover stuff, and I'm doing, and I have a jingle that I'm recording, and all these things that are stacking up. So I was watching this movie because part of my list of things to do was watch Bad Moms for the show on Friday, and like. And I've also got to do these other things that are job oriented. This is like a fun thing for me to do where I get to hang out with you guys and I get to talk with Curtis and hang and I love movies, but sometimes all the other stuff piles on. So but I'm sitting here watching this. I was like, dude, I could totally relate to her right now. Except I don't have any kids. If I had to do what you do, Kurt, you and your wife do, Curtis, where like not only am I stressed about all these other things, these job things that I have lined up, but I also have to figure out how to take the kids and pick them up from practice and do all that. Like, I don't know how parents do it. It's stacked on top of their careers. That's a lot of stuff.
It honestly, to a degree, makes life easier because you're like, I gotta do it for my kids. Like once it comes down to that, it's just like that stuff's gone. Okay, I gotta do it for my kids, and like it just makes it easier to triage stuff to a degree because it's like, yeah, I can do that stuff, but and then like the people that are telling you to do it or whatever, they can understand it or they don't. But it's like my kids come first, and just kind of, to a degree. I mean, everything else about life is harder, but making those decisions is easier because it's like I got to do it for my kids, and then it's like, all right.
Well, dude, they play like once they just say F it, we're going off the rails. In Bad Moms, they go into the supermarket and they're like, I don't care, and like it just turns badass. I'm like, that's how I just live my normal life. Like that's just normal because I don't have kids. So like, yeah. I'm like, yes, I'm eating Fruity Pebbles in the aisle. What are you going to do, security guard?
Yeah. Wifey and I were like, you remember being drunk in a grocery store? Oh, my God, that's the best ever. Like, we just remember, like, coming home from concerts, watching Clinton concert, and, like, going to the, like, Kroger at 1 or 2 in the morning, and, like, they're like, oh, my God, these fucking people were like, yeah, let's get some of this and some of that. Like,
do you remember that, going to Walmart just because you're bored? Like, dude, let's go to 24-hour Walmart.
And now it's like, leave those people alone. What's wrong with you?
You can't be skateboarding in Walmart. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, good times. Well, let's get into the stuff. Like what do we got? The first movie, like we said, is Bad Moms. The second movie is Bridesmaids. And here's the point screen. Boom.
Boom.
Each movie has 1 point right now because it helps me with the production. And you notice the brides have the bridesmaids have a bride, and the bad moms have kids. So there you go. I thought that'd be fun. Let's go to the first question. Cast. Who had the best cast? And we've got bad moms. That's got Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, Kathryn Hahn, Annie Mumolo, Jada Pinkett Smith. That's Jada Pinkett Smith. Why is anybody getting slapped? Yeah, and Christina Applegate. Yep. And then we had Bridesmaids Cast, which is Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig. We got Rose Byrne, Maya Rudolph, and Ellie Kemper, and Wendy McClendon. And we also had Rebel Wilson, who was up and coming back then, along with a bunch of other good ones. So, what a cast there too, man! Oh man!
Now I will say, Christy Mamimdum was the only one in both movies.
Where's she at?
In Bad Moms, what's her name? Christy Mamimdum or something. Annie Mumolo, maybe that's it.
Yeah, Annie Mumolo.
So she was.
Who the hell are you talking about, Curtis? I don't see it.
I'm trying to figure that. She's the third lackey to Christina Applegate after Jada Pinkett Smith.
Let's get to Bad Moms. Lackey, third lackey. Where are you?
What's her name though? I don't.
Annie Mumolo.
So Annie Mumolo, and she was also in Bridesmaids. She was the one sitting next to Kristen Wiig on the plane. She's the only one in both movies that I could tell.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. She was the one whenever Kristen Wiig gets drunk and stuff like that, and she's like, "There's a colonial woman on the plane. She's churning butter." You know, like,
yeah.
And, she's the woman sitting next to her, going, "I believe you. I believe you." You know?
Well, she's got a conflict of interest. So
yeah. So she's out. You know,
she's out. So. Well, which one?
Annie, thank you.
Yeah, which one do you think had a better cast? That's so tough. I mean, look at this.
This is a really tough one.
Look at this cast. It's stupid. Look, I mean, boom and boom. And how do you say who is I mean, like, for an asshole, snobby PTA president bitch role that she's playing, Christina Applegate nails it like perfectly.
Yes.
Jada Pinkett Smith, kind of a semi-slutty nose up Christina Applegate's butt, and type of her, and then Annie Mumolo played a perfect just go with
Toady.
the crowd kind of a thing. You got Kathryn Hahn is a perfect slutty rebellious mom, bad mom. She's really the bad mom. Kristen Bell, she kind of forges her way through to being in control of her marriage, but at first she's a submissive wife. And hilarious, and then Mila Kunis is perfect for what she did.
Yeah.
Then you got, Melissa McCarthy is fucking fantastic in that role.
She
nails
saves, it. Yeah, she's literally saves the film. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, Kristen Wiig is perfect in her role, her awkward role, her likable good person role. Also screw up role, like Rose Byrne couldn't be a better perfect fake friend, like friend who's like
bitchy friend.
She was pretty. Maya Rudolph was perfect for her role. She nailed it.
Yeah.
She nailed it. And Ellie Kemper was this weird kind of like just kind of an extra person, but almost like a weird
okay.
extra person with not a like. There's always in a group of friends. There's always one person who just kind of like is not as outspoken as everyone, and kind of is quiet and not as outspoken and kind of goes with the flow with everyone. But then they have their moments, their shining moments, where they all of a sudden pipe up and they say something hilarious, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that, and and she is that person in that group. I have a couple of friends that I can relate to her to. I'm not going to out them on Versus, but people you might even know, Curtis. But it's like,
for sure. I was about to say some names.
Yeah, but like there's I can relate to this group, more so this group because they're old friends, more so than even the other group, which is more of a mom PTA situation.
Right.
This
you
is
have
more,
you have that vertigo of your early years. Like
this reminds me of a lot of friends of mine, and the whole groups, and I used to live with my ex-girlfriend's sister. I used to live with my ex-girlfriend and my sister and her boyfriend. We all lived together, and then like I ended up living with my ex-girlfriend's sister for years, and her and I were like oh, we're like, ew, gross, like she's gross, like it was like she was like my real sister almost, you know what I mean? And but it was funny. I would start dating people, and like I was okay at the like she would have her friends come over, and they're like, ooh, who's he? And they're like, don't worry, he's one of us. Like I was okay. Like they'd have the season premiere of The Bachelor or Grey's Anatomy or something, and all the girls would come over, and I'm like in I Love You, Man, where he goes in and makes them all root beer floats for all of the people over at the house. Like that was me. Like I would show up, but it's funny. Like I would start dating someone, and they would say, Clint, we need to talk to you, and I would sit, and they're like, this new girl, we don't approve, we don't like her, we don't trust her, blah blah blah. And it was funny. I appreciate those years.
All of a sudden, you got 30 sisters.
Yeah, and it was I mean, a lot of fun. Some like still my favorite people of my whole life. Like, but this movie reminds me of them. Like seeing this, it's like very relatable to that part of my life where I was around those people a lot, and it's fun. I don't know which one reminds me of Melissa McCarthy, but what a fun, crazy movie.
So cast what? So
yeah,
now,
we still have the question, and we're like going off base. Which one had a better cast?
No, you're not like because that's we're talking now. Well, now, wifey says it's a tie.
I kind of think that. I don't think I could pick one over the other
because Kimmy Schmidt, what's her name, the redhead, she plays the same role all the time. That was her role in Kimmy Schmidt. That was her role in The Office. She's a naive, cute chick. She's great at what she does, but that's her role. So I would say you almost cancel her out with Mumalo because she's in both movies. And when it comes to that point, like it's tough, I mean, but so if we call it a tie, that means it goes down to the chat. Is that correct?
Yeah, we can do that. We can
do that. Well, what are you saying? I'm saying
we just pass. Go to the next question.
I love Mila Kunis. I love Kristen Bell is so fucking cool. Catherine Hahn is just like amazing in everything she's in. Christina Applegate is just awesome. Like, I mean, she hadn't done a lot. I guess she has, but like everything I've seen her in, so maybe I haven't seen her in that much. But
she's in Ron Burgundy.
That's what I'm saying. Besides, she was an awesome anchor, man. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and Married with Children.
That's what I mean. Besides, after Married with Children, and I know she's done other stuff, but okay. So,
but then you also have people like Rebel Wilson is another one in.
True, yeah, Rebel Wilson, and the guy, her brother was the guy from.
Yeah, Gil.
Little Britain. Yeah, Little Britain. He's great in Little Britain.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, and there's other characters that were just really like, or we're not
You
talking
got
about
John
characters so
Hamm.
much. I guess those people would fit.
Yeah, no, characters is a different story. We got to talk about that.
But the
You
cast
got
is
you got
just
John
fantastic.
Hamm. You got John Hamm. We got to give this Bridesmaids. I mean, you got John Hamm. You got shit. Yeah,
Dude, Chris O'Dowd is awesome too.
yeah. So okay, Bridesmaids gets this one. All right.
I don't.
In my opinion,
I don't necessarily agree. You got
you don't agree?
no, not necessarily. I got six people that are solid. 7, 8. Versus. You said Bridesmaids or Bad Moms?
Bridesmaids. Although Bad Moms did have Wanda Sykes and J.J. Watt, so everybody in Houston's going to vote for your Bridesmaids because it's got J.J. Watt in it.
You've got Wanda Sykes and Martha Stewart.
You got Martha Stewart.
I really think it's a draw.
All right. We can go to the chat.
Catherine Uzi says Bridesmaids has bigger star power.
All right. Raj says Brides wins.
Catherine might know what she's talking about. Raj, Bridesmaids wins casting.
Move on to the next one. Lol.
On to the next one. LOL. Okay, well, we got two people chiming in. I'm just saying, when you're like, there's some good. It's quite a.
It's a good match. It's very
quite a cast. This is.
Wifey nailed it. She also said, Wifey said she was very surprised. She thought you would not like Bad Moms.
Why?
Yeah, why, Wifey?
Yeah, I like everything. Didn't you see the name of the channel? Clint likes everything. I love comedies, fun stuff. Curtis is the one that like once like bazookas and explosions. I'll watch anything. I'm like, dude, Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise as the main character.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Totally. Yeah.
Romantic comedies. I've watched a lot of romantic comedies. I'll tell you what, lots. And I also saw Sex and the City movie in the theater. How about that?
I can't beat that. I can't beat that.
I did. The first one, not the last one that came out. I missed the last one. I wouldn't say I missed it, Bob.
Everybody did.
All right.
Okay, so
based on Catherine's call.
Okay.
That's funny. Curtis didn't watch it. Curtis
I
didn't
did
watch
like
what?
half the first one, half of it. I watched half of it at your house or something.
What, the Sex and the City movie?
Yeah.
Come on. You gotta watch
that guy
it.
Does this? Yeah, I mean, I watched it. Yeah, I did, but then I fell asleep or something. I don't know.
Like I said, dude, I lived with I had a female roommate for like 6 years, so there was a lot of The Bachelor, Grey's Anatomy, where I'd be like, I'm going to the kitchen to go get a snack, and then all of a sudden I get sucked into Grey's Anatomy, and I end up on the couch, and I followed. I'm like, I don't know why McDreamy gets more attention than McSteamy. You know what I mean? Like, I'd have these debates, you know? Yeah. So anyway.
Well, I did get sucked into Big Brother because of my wife. My wife was like, you got to watch Big Brother. I was like, I don't want to watch those assholes. And then I was like, oh my God, let's go, Timmy. Like, or whatever, whoever.
There's a new show on Netflix called F-Boy Island, or F something like I'm like, okay. Yeah. Love Island is another one that's, I call it Lonely Island.
I haven't watched that one yet. I've heard of things. A lot of things.
It sounds like Curtis' roommate that lived in his closet. What?
That's a mutual friend who we will not name. Clint.
Huh. Did I play in a
You
band
might
with
not.
him?
Yes, very, very recently, and it's like
That's funny.
you said you would f his mom, but
That was in the Thug Life
yeah,
video. That wasn't real. So all
yeah,
right, so
I know.
let's get back to the game here. Best cast. Well, I think we got to give it to Bridesmaids.
That's
So-
got to be.
So points.
Yep.
Bridesmaids gets a point.
Shabba-ding.
Way to go, Bridesmaids. All right. Boom. Bridesmaids is ahead.
Still
Ahead.
early game by still early.
Okay, so the next. Well, this is going to be a tough one too. Which movie had better acting? That's a stupid question to ask on a comedy because none of this is like groundbreaking. So we got to think of like real emotional scenes. But the aim of a comedy is not necessarily to be
It's to be funny, yeah.
to be funny, but not to be like a good good actor, you know. But one could debate that being funny is acting.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm gonna give.
it's a com-
I'm gonna say that like
Bridesmaids was more funny. I'll say that.
well that's
And,
that's a new bonus question. Which movie was funnier? But that's not what we're asking right now. Which one had better acting? And I'm thinking about all the characters and the emotional range and all that. And I'm going to say Kristen Wiig it was able to get just ridiculously like serious and then like funny and goofy, but then all of a sudden you'd see like something in her eyes to where it's like it wasn't just like a class clown. It's like you could see the wounded person underneath. Like she has a real knack for playing something goofy and then like you see, and then when she lets the act go down, you see the other, like the real person underneath. It's weird. Like she's really good. So I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna say for my vote. I'm gonna say Kristen Wiig. I'm gonna call her the MVP on both of these movies. Like out of this whole game, she's as far as actors go. And that's not discounting Melissa McCarthy's ability to be hilarious and be like, all right, now let me tell you now, blah, 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 and do her thing. And everyone did their own thing. But, and Catherine Hahn was really good at being in character and being ridiculous and all that. But like, dude, Kristen Wiig, her performance, top notch. And like I say, emotional range, because she's being goofy, like when she's drunk on the plane, that's the best. Like, oh, sorry, stove. Oh, you're named after an appliance. You know what I mean? There's so many funny things. Like, ooh, it's not even possible for me to get to my seat in that much time. But then, like, between things like that, you see like a real hurt person in there. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good point. I agree with that completely. And Uzi says the poop scene is a work of art, and I agree with that. Like, I've seen very few people like, like honestly, like that scene. Like of all the horror movies I've seen and I enjoy the hell out of horror. Like that's the most like to me, like I'm a horror fan. I have nightmares, and I'm like, that was so fucking awesome. It's like somebody trying to kill me or some zombie movie shit, and I'm like, that was so great. I have a scene where if I have a dream where people are watching me shit, like that's a nightmare for me. Like I'm not kidding. Like I'm straight up like being all real right now. Like I'll just be sitting there and I'm go to the bathroom. and then all of a sudden, like I'm in the middle of like a street and I'm on a bucket, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? Like that's a real nightmare for me. Like
They
you know,
see
it's
you.
not. Yeah, and for them to pull that up, and she's like, I'm shitting in the street. I'm shitting in the street. Like that's incredibly
This
terrifying.
is happening.
Yes, this is happening. Yeah, like I don't know. And they did pull it off very well. But yes, and then all around too, like even Maya Rudolph's portrayal, like she really wants her best friend to be involved, and her best friends and when she's like, you kind of took off all the crazy. I'm supposed to have the crazy. You kind of took up all the crazy, like and so it's just this good relationship. um Hello, Mel Kennedy. Hello. Um, yeah, yeah. I think I'll go Bridesmaids. Better acting. Yeah.
All right. So acting,
Acting.
Bridesmaids gets the point. Let's get over here. 2 points. Boom. All right. Bridesmaids, you're not supposed to be dominating.
That's not domination. Yeah, that's some puff points right there.
It's just a mild display of whatever.
Yeah. Throwing at you machismo
Bam.
early.
All right. How about this?
Lucy.
Uh-oh.
That man's a salesman. That man's not a salesman.
I don't know what's happening here. We're having
That's right. She's so hated that she even brought it to this week.
a...
That fucking lady from Armageddon.
This movie had a character. This is a red question, which means you could lose a point. So this movie had a character that you hated so much that it nearly ruined the movie. Did you have any of that in this? I'm trying to think.
Almost John Hamm. I mean,
Yeah,
like
he was a douche for sure.
Yeah, and like I'm not saying it's right at all, but if you're in your 20s or something like that's okay. But he was like in his like late 30s, maybe early 40s or something. The character he was playing, and it's like that's not cool. Like Young and Dumb is a reference for a reason, and he was kind of like he was so bad, but to the same degree too. Kristen Wiig's character was almost so bad that I just.
But you loved her.
But I didn't. Sometimes I hated her. But I'm not putting her in for this question. But
really, why did you hate her? Let's expand on this for a minute. Why did you hate her?
Well, we can expand. I was saying it for the characters question, but
I'll tell you. I didn't think. I always sided with her in this movie. Even when she fucked up, like she was painted to look I always thought she was painted to look a certain way, and I always blamed Rose Byrne, who was Helen, who was setting her up the whole time.
Well, Helen's almost but that's Helen's redeemable. Kristen Wiig's redeemable. John Hamm is not at all.
You know who's not redeemable? I'll tell you right now. What's the character's name? Stacy, who's Jada Pinkett Smith. She annoyed the hell out of me. I don't know if it's because of current events or
yeah.
I don't know if it's
but she didn't redeem herself at all. She even you're right.
She sucks. The whole movie she sucks. So that's two characters that I did. There's really in Bridesmaids, there's not really any characters that I don't like. I like all the characters. I'm looking at the cast right now.
Like a lot of that's so with Bad Moms. There's not really any that I don't like because
Bad Moms. There's
you were saying in Jay. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm saying that in Bad Moms you got John Hamm.
No.
No, John Hamm's on the other in Bridesmaids. Yeah. What am I talking about? Okay, well then there's one of each. So it's Jada Pinkett Smith versus John Hamm. Who sucks worse?
But John Hamm's a much more involved character. Jada Pinkett Smith's kind of there, But and then you could say also, and all, to be fair, in Bad Moms, the husband character is just such a piece of
he
shit.
sucks.
I mean, he
That
sucks so
dude
bad, and it's
sucks.
like, and it's like, and that's the thing. Like, if you're married to that guy, just fucking divorce him and get a real man. Like there's been this whole thing of like people being like, "Oh, I didn't marry a man, I married a man boy," or some like, like that's I guess a real thing, but it's like, yeah, just fucking just dump him and get out of town. Like, there's plenty of men out there. Like, ugh.
And then well, of course Christina Applegate kind of sucked too.
She did, but she redeemed herself in the
Yeah.
way that Helen did. I thought,
Yeah.
they were shitty, but they were shitty for a reason, and it wasn't just like. But the husband was just like, he was just a piece of shit, and then John Hamm was
Husband
just a piece of
sucked.
shit.
Yeah, the husband was lame, and
And Jada
John
Pinkett,
Hamm
like,
was
too,
a,
like,
kind of a douche. Not kind of, but definitely. But
yeah.
So you got John Hamm over there. You got ex-husband over here. You got Jada Pinkett over here. I don't know. I can't decide who has.
Let's see.
Unredeemable
The husband
characters.
on Bad Moms. Wifey says the husband on Bad Moms. Oh man, Bobby says red point for F Buddy on
She's talking about John Hamm.
Bridesmaids. Yeah. So it's.
So it's this is a tough one. This is a tough one, Curtis.
Okay, I gotta go. Husband on Bad. I gotta go with wifey. Husband on Bad Moms. Because John Hamm at least wasn't married to her.
And
Bare
at
minimum,
least he's
he
honest.
was married.
He's honest. He's not even leading her
in
on.
a very
fucking
shitty
honest.
way. But he was like, he was he's like, I don't want you explaining that to your friends and you feeling so weird.
Yeah, he was completely honest. He just sucks. He's just a terrible human being, but he's honest. And he gave her a ride.
Yep. Yeah, when she called him, he was there, but yeah, like, you're not married to that guy. Like, the one in Bad Mom, she's married to him. Like, that's her husband. And so, yeah. I don't want to give Bad Moms a minus point, though.
I don't either, because they're struggling right now. The husband was doing that for 8 months.
Yeah.
8 months. So who? What is number? What is number 3? Bobby, what does that mean? Curtis, can you?
No.
Do you know what that means?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I assume it has something to do with numbers and 3.
The roommates in Bridesmaids.
Oh, wow. The roommates in Bridesmaids. That's a good point, too, Kathy. Those roommates sucked pretty bad. It's funny, but could you imagine coming home living next to those people?
Oh. I've lived in situations like that before. No, never like that. Oh, that tattoo was gross.
It's a Native American.
It was gross. All right, so who is getting the negative point on this? Who's Steph and I have 2.
Those roommates.
So
all right, looks like Bad Mom gets it.
Bad Moms gets it. Yeah, I mean, you get the ex-husband and you got Jada Pinkett Smith. It's already an unbalanced situation because Jada Pinkett Smith, she's she's
just like, I'm gonna slap somebody. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Quit bullying Jada Pinkett, Clint. I'm not bullying anybody. Okay, points time. Oh boy, this means
Negs.
Yeah, this I've never seen that before.
No, it happened last week. Remember the old deep impact. But this ain't last week.
Yeah.
It ain't
Deep
happening like
Impact
that.
was getting the deep impact from Armageddon last week. It was something. So let's talk about. We talked about actors,
Yes.
but what about the characters? This is
Okay.
a fun one because it's like, what do you mean the characters? Well, interesting characters. A prime example of that is like watching. If you watch Office Space, there are some interesting characters. The jump to conclusions, Matt,
Yes.
Uncle Rico, like Kip's girlfriend. She like all these interesting characters. Which movie had interesting characters? I can tell you, Bad Moms is getting some serious points for slutty bad mom Catherine Hahn. You've got a reserved wife, Kristen Bell. You got Christina Applegate, who is an over the top PTA mom, and Jada Pinkett Smith's her lackey. Then you go over to Bridesmaids.
Mhm.
Melissa McCarthy is a character in this movie. She's something. Kristen Wiig is a crazy character. Rebel Wilson is the definition of a character. Her and Gil, the roommates, those are some wild, wacky characters. Rose Byrne, Helen, does a fantastic job of playing the perfect, beautiful, perfect woman who's able to throw together these events. All of these characters, and the sheriff was like everybody in this movie. It's so tough. Both movies are just riddled with characters, and that's kind of what you have to do to be a successful comedy. You need over the top, crazy, wacky characters to make a movie fun, and they succeeded in both movies. So, Curtis, which one do you think had better characters?
To me, I mean, like rewatching Bridesmaids, there are very many characters, but so many of them are just shitty. Like Kristen Wiig is just a shitty character. She's the main character, and it's like half the time I didn't really want her on the screen. And her friend Maya Rudolph ends up becoming a shitty character. Helen's kind of a shitty character, and the cop is a good character, and she treats him like shit. And I know she's like in a bad spot and stuff, but
I don't want to mean to cut you off, but I just want to
not at all.
I just want to clarify to the audience. When we say something like who had better characters, this is really open to interpretation from us.
Who do I want to watch?
Because like you could say better characters. Well, the cop was a good character. He was a good guy. You know what I mean? And how do you really decide what is a good character? Do you say, oh, who is the question? Who has wacky and over the top, more exaggerated characters, or who has a better thought out character? Like it's hard to interpret a question like that. So
Right.
so we pick our own definition of what that means, and we have to sell it, and that's some of the arguments, and that goes with a lot of these things that we throw up. Sometimes it's like, which one's a better date movie? I don't know. Do you want to watch a movie that you could talk about later at dinner, or do you want to watch a movie that sucks so you can pay attention to your date? Like that's open for interpretation. So when we talk about that, it's that's how we do it here at Versus. So going back to who's a better character, you made me want to interject with that because you started talking about like, yeah, this guy who's a complete douchebag, or who's a good guy, and I'm like, I never even considered who's a better character because they have character, or because they are a wacky, interesting character. Like they're, it's kind of open for interpretation. So.
Yeah, and that's like, so at least on this film, because it might change completely next week, but like I didn't want to watch like a lot of these characters. Like I'd seen it before. Like to be honest, I'd seen Bridesmaids before. It's a very good. It's a very funny film. It's a good, very good film. But like a lot of like, I don't want to like Kristen Wiig and her shit, and like maybe a sequel where she's got her shit together like would be good. But like all the good characters in this that want like are good people like are just backstories, and it's all the shitty characters in the forefront. And maybe that's what makes it so funny. Um, but in Bad Moms, really the only shitty character is the dad and the Gwendolyn, who redeems herself. She's like, I do this because I don't have a good home life. It's all I have, you know. But the other characters are good people. They're just like Catherine Hahn's a shitty mom, but she's a good person. Like she's just like they're people just trying to get through, and it was more those characters like I want to see more of, and like I enjoy them. I enjoyed those characters more, whereas like Bridesmaids, I laughed a lot more, but it's just fuck, like just quit treating everybody like shit, and you'll be fine. Like like you'll be okay. Like
your interpretations it cracks me up because like even on other movies, you're like, yeah, I like this movie because it's more real. Like talking about like the we're talking about asteroids and comets running into the Earth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's more gravity on this in this space station, or there's no gravity in this other space station. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny because like everybody's got a different interpretation of what they see or want to see different things. And to me, it's like you're saying, yeah, I wanted to see these other characters that are better people, and it's like. For me, I'm like, no, the train wreck that is Kristen Wiig's life is the movie. These other people don't matter really. Like it's her train wreck. Really, nobody in that movie matters except for Helen and Kristen Wiig. Like like those two characters. The two.
Yeah, you're right. And even shows it.
Yeah, you don't need anybody else except for Maya Rudolph to just be there as an anchor because hey, the movie's like you're competing for me, but really, you don't need anybody else, and it could be, and it's the same kind of thing. Like what's that other movie with Chris Pine and it's another romantic comedy. Chris Pine and like. Ryan Gosling or somebody they're competing for
the movie based on Spy versus Spy.
Yeah. It's the same thing. You need the movie is really about them competing for her. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what this movie is. It's like they're competing for who the best friend is. Oh boy. So the best characters.
And Hemsworth. That was Hemsworth. It was Chris Pine versus Chris Hemsworth, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think it was.
And it was what's her name? Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon is the female lead in that. But anyway, yeah, that was actually that was like, hey, this is a good romantic comedy with explosions. So your vote so we got to get to points. So for characters, what's your vote?
I'm gonna go Bad Moms. I gotta go Bad Moms on this one.
Better characters, and mine is for Bridesmaids. I think.
Oh snap!
Yeah, yours is. I think there's. Well, do I? I don't know. It's so hard to decide.
Why not? Let's see what we got here. We got
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Let's see.
I'm gonna go with Bridesmaids. It's
right.
Tom Hardy, dude. It's Tom Hardy.
Oh, Tom Hardy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. What?
Thanks, Catherine.
Okay, wow.
Roberta Bobby Anderson says.
Bobby says
we'll just call you Bobby. Bad Moms.
And
Stephanie says Bad Moms. All right.
back on the board.
Back on the board. Bad Moms. Pew, pew, pew. You can stop flipping me off now. I'm giving you a point.
Well, you had She-Hulk do it for a good 10 minutes there. Like,
It's true. That's the theme of the day, I guess. All right. All
Do
right.
you know where the finger came from?
Do I know where it came from?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
You know the origin of the finger?
What?
You want to go down there? You want to go?
I mean, we're here. We're already halfway down the road. Might as well just go
This,
there.
yeah. I tell this to my students every year because it besides math, it actually keeps them engaged. So during the French and English War, the English were known for winning wars for their longbowmen. And when you pull a bow, you pull it like this. Okay. And the French said, well, anytime we capture a English prisoner of war, we're going to cut his middle finger off so he can't draw a bow. So, and we're going to win the war. After the English won the war, they walked around and they were like, and if you know, people that have been in Britain and in England, they do it like this, like that's the finger for them. It's like the inverted peace sign. They do it like this because for them they're like pulling it like this. Well, for some reason in America it was like the middle finger, and we were like, still got it, buddy, right here. Here it is. And so that's where it came from. It's just cultural, and a lot of countries, thumbs up is a bad thing because it means like right up your butt. There you go. Right? Like, and then the pinky is in Asia. That's a bad one. So it's just completely cultural. It's like
Stinky
doesn't
pinky.
mean anything. Yeah, like I tell them it's like it has power if you allow it to have power. It doesn't mean anything.
If you give it power.
But that's where it came from. That's the finger, because of the French and English War.
Interesting. Bam. Boom. That's dropping history on us. Thank you, Curtis, for that.
No problem.
So
thank you.
That's what that means.
Yeah. Same thing.
What about
same thing?
What about that? What does that mean? What about this one?
Way to show me up. I don't know.
There's that too. I don't know what those. Well,
showing your feet. Don't show your feet to people. If you show your feet to people, that's bad too. The bottom of your foot. It's bad news.
I never heard that.
Keep your left hand away from people. Left hand is bad. Keep it away from people. That's bad news.
Next question. Who had the best story? Who had the best story? Oh boy. Okay. Best friend getting married. Oh, jealous. Fight for attention from the friend. In the end, they make up and everything works out okay. Or wife has a shitty husband and is burnt out at work, has a mild breakdown, catches her husband having an intimate online relationship and dumps him, then decides to go off the rails and runs for PTA. And then at the end, ends up winning and befriending her opponent. And then kids think she's cool and she drives I'm going to go with Bad Moms.
Yeah, I got to go Bad Moms.
I think Bridesmaids is if the question was which one's a more relatable story, I think. Well, that's all right. We're going to write that one in here in a second. All right. So as far as best story, what do you think?
I agree. Bad Moms completely.
Bad Moms coming back. Bad Moms, make it a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Boom. All right. Which movie did you relate to more? Which movie did you relate to more?
Did I personally relate to more?
Yeah. And you guys in the chat, who did you relate to more?
Yeah. Like, what do you? Because for me, this time around, and honestly, I mean, even the first time around, let's be honest, it's Bridesmaids. I related to Bad Moms more. Um, yeah, because at least like when she's like, you know, you're whenever Mila Kunis decides to get depressed, like Kristen Wiig did, or everybody gets depressed. Everybody gets, or not clinical depression, but depressed. Like whenever that happens, you need something, and thankfully Megan McCarthy was there to get Kristen Wiig out of it, but Catherine Hahn was there as like she's hurting your fucking offspring. Like you get up and you get like you're a mama bear. Like you do your thing, and it's like, yup. Need some motivation? Bam, there it is. Like, so, yeah, I'm gonna go Bad Moms.
Like I said before, I could relate to some of the characters in Bridesmaids where they remind me of people that that I was friends, even lived with, friends of mine and stuff. But I also experienced like too many things on my plate just this last week, where to where I just kind of said fuck it. I pulled the Bad Moms like this week, and yeah, ended up that's all I'll say. Ended up in the parking lot of Hobby Lobby with no pants on. Just kidding. No, but yeah, I ended up said, screw this. I'm gonna go have a couple of drinks, and I'm overwhelmed. I've got, and did that. So I didn't hang out with Catherine Hahn and Kristen Bell, but So I'm going with Bad Moms 2 or Bad Moms 1.
Bad Moms 2 is good.
Bridesmaids.
As well.
I've been in a bridesmaid a whole Catherine says been a bridesmaids a lot. The competition is real. Bobby says Bad Moms. And Stephanie says Bad Moms. And I think
Who is Stephanie?
Stephanie Baker.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Is that your
I
cousin
think,
or something?
Yeah. If I hadn't had I would have probably said Bridesmaids before, but again, I just had a weird week to where I was like, yeah. So I'm going with Bad Moms. So we're gonna give the point to Bad Moms.
And that, again, just if you have a husband that's just like that, just leave him. Just leave him. Done with it.
I don't relate to having a weak ass husband, but
No,
I don't know what that's like.
I mean,
Let's see here. Okay. Who had the best music?
I don't know. I do remember Go ahead.
I was gonna say the only music I remember is them going into the grocery store on Bad Moms, and then the I don't care song. Like that's the only.
I was gonna say Bad Moms too. I don't remember any music in Bridesmaids. I'm sure there was, but you brought that one back to my memory. And then at the end, whenever they're like, what is it? What's that fucking song? Shoulder to shoulder. What is it? Whenever she's like, and she starts dancing with her daughter at the end. but the
Doesn't ring a bell.
yeah, let's see. No, I mean, but like we have technology nowadays.
So,
Hamm,
oh, you know what they had in Bridesmaids is Wilson Phillips.
well, they did. They absolutely did.
So which
They did.
starting
I
to
love
level
it.
the playing field a little bit now.
And so, okay. So, wait. So, if we're looking it up, because I was just looking up one song.
I
at
didn't
the
look.
very
That came
end.
off the dome, man.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that should be off the dome for me. I want to know what love is. That's the one.
That's Foreigner.
Yeah, at the end of they were singing that one. But so but also while I'm looking it up here, they had I love it. They also had Slow Ride when she pulls out in the
What
Mustang or
movie are you
whatever it
talking
is.
about?
Bad Moms. Bad Moms.
Oh yeah.
Whenever she pulls out in Dad's car,
What
which is one of
music?
those.
What music did they play whenever Kristen Wiig starts stunt driving and doing all the dumb shit? Look, I
know.
have no. They played something.
They did. Bridesmaids music. Let's see.
Bridesmaids car scene. I mean, they did something like "Welcome to the Jungle" or something, where it's like all of a
No,
sudden,
it was not Welcome to the Jungle.
yeah, they did.
Wilson Phillips. Yes.
Okay, hold on here.
Blister in the They had Blister in the Sun in there, but it was performed by somebody else. So I didn't.
Oh, it's Jet. It's Jet. You know who Jet is?
No.
This song. Right here.
What? You calling
Is
me
that-
queer?
I don't know. I thought it was Jet. And did it change? Oh.
Bobby says, Bridesmaids, Wilson Phillips. Done and done.
They also play some I think they play some Ice Cube also during that scene. I don't know, man. I saw Jet live. You know what, Curtis? What do you know?
No, I just know I noticed it more in Bad Moms.
Me too. We're gonna give them the point.
Yeah, I mean,
Boom.
like it. After looking it up,
If you have to look it up, it doesn't fucking count. You gotta.
Yeah.
If you can remember, it left an impression. You know.
I mean, besides Wilson Phillips, Wilson Phillips
Yeah.
definitely. But I noticed like several of them in Bad Moms.
I think the Bad Moms grocery store scene says it all. That's a badass. It's really cool sound. It's like like it's cool. Makes me
and whenever the security guards running at her, and then Catherine Hahn's like, and he's like, "Fuck this!" Like,
oh no,
I love it.
All right, let's. How about which? This one's gonna be a draw. I should just skip this one. Oh, let's go for it. Which one's a better looking movie?
Uh,
They're about the same.
Not a draw. Yeah, I mean, like,
Well,
yeah, I mean, that's I would call it a draw.
I would call it a draw too.
Yeah. They're
Unless
about the same. There's no big. I was gonna say explosions. There's no explosions, so who cares? But like, there's, I mean, nothing that separates one from the other.
yeah,
I mean, visually.
visually. You could
No,
say
that's not
you could
true.
say
Bad
Mil-
Moms has full frontal nudity. Bush lady.
So who?
So
What lady?
Bush lady
Who's a bush lady?
on the camera.
There's the Kristen Wiig goes topless on Bridesmaids.
But she's not showing anything.
Uh,
I'm just saying, like, the guy.
I'm saying if it's a better looking movie, Mila Kunis pushes it over. But we're just gonna skip this question.
Yeah.
Because let's see here. Who had a better villain?
Full frontal always counts, right, Mel? Like,
I don't remember the full
villain.
frontal on that.
Yeah, it's on his computer, and she's like the Bush girl.
Yeah, the bush lady. Now I remember.
Better villain. Helen was definitely a better villain, like, because Gwendolyn. No, I don't know. Gwendolyn attacked her kids, man.
Yeah.
Like, Helen went after her. Like, but you go after somebody's fucking kids, you're a different level of evil. She redeemed herself, I guess, but like,
Yeah, but still, I'm going Bad Moms.
yeah, bad moms. Yeah, Gwendolyn was like you don't go after people's kids.
Bridesmaids was more like self-sabotage. That's like jealousy making you screw up. People are getting jealous and doing dumb stuff. But like this was straight up, went straight to the got her cut from the soccer team. Like she was bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
She intimidated JJ Watt. Intimidated JJ Watt. Just saying.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that's who that was.
Yeah. And that was like 2016 or whatever, how many years ago. Now that he's about to retire from football, like, he should get back into acting.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right, Weffy.
Now, looky. Now we got Bad Moms in the lead. Bad Moms is in the lead.
Don't call it a comeback.
Okay, this is going to be a stupid one. Oh, no, this isn't. Who had the best stunts and fight choreography? This is a dumb one. Neither. I'm just going down the list of questions, gang, in the chat. Don't be judging me.
What's there?
There was no stunt choreography in anything.
Yeah. Okay. We're good here.
Yeah. We're moving on. Woo! All right. Who had the best kills? There were no kills.
Were there?
Okay. Which movie had the corniest, most predictable moment? And that will get you negative points.
I'll say, as much as I enjoyed it, when the cop showed up at the end of Bridesmaids, that was the most predictable thing in the history of the world. Why would you say Bad Moms, wifey? Why would you say Bad Moms? And let's see, for Bad Moms, what was most?
Trying to think of a predictable moment.
Oh, Bobby, good save. But we already skipped that question, but good save.
Oh, that's hilarious. Her winning the PTA.
Fair enough.
There you
fair
go.
enough. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You knew she was gonna win. Yeah. Okay. Damn, Bobby, that was good. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, so her
PT
winning
wait.
the PTA versus getting picked up.
All right. Well, I got to go with wifey on this one. So the more predictable moment was her winning the PTA for me.
Yep, and I'm gonna go with wifey on this one too because it's her birthday. So
Yep. And honestly, it's kind of they're both super predictable. It's kind of a tie.
so wait, predictable.
So minus
That's
for
a
one
red
for bad
question.
mom. Yeah.
Uh oh. Oh, getting all high and mighty there.
That's right.
Bad
That's
mom
right.
or
Bad mom. Be
bad
careful.
moms talking smack over Catherine Hahn's over there talking smack. Now look who's even keel. This is getting wild here. Never a dull moment, folks. You never know who's going to win this ridiculous competition.
You know, Kevin Feige might jump in and just snipe a bunch of points. Pew, pew, pew.
It's possible. All right. Well, let's see.
Ethan Hawke will say, oh, shit.
Who had the best line or most quotable line?
Well, yeah. We have 20 quotable lines for bad moms, and we have 15 quotable lines for bridesmaids. For bad moms, we all work too damn hard trying to make our kids' lives amazing and magical. Their lives are already amazing and magical. I'm going to do everything by myself today. It should be fine as long as everyone does what they're supposed to do, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is a good one. Whenever they're getting Mila Kunis dressed to go out on her date because she wants to get laid, Carla says, "Look at your mom bra. There's so much surface area. You could make 3 regular bras out of this one mom bra. It looks like you just got out of surgery. There's just like one boob log." My first kid was when I was 20. I've been running late ever since. In this day and age, it's impossible to be a good mom. Why do I suck at Zumba? I love baby so much. God, they hate me. Carla says, so Carla's kind of winning. Catherine Hahn, I'd rather go to Afghanistan than to another kid's baseball game.
Dude,
she's like, I was there for 6 hours and the score was 1-2.
Dude, Bridesmaids is
okay, yeah, you got some Bridesmaids quotes.
Dude, it's too good. Okay, I'll just go. There's Bridesmaids for quotes. That dress is so pretty, it makes my stomach hurt. Excuse me, can I have a glass of alcohol? Could I have a glass of alcohol when you get a chance? I just took a shit in the middle of the street. I just shit. That was a good one. Excuse my vulgar language. Look away. What did we eat? The sink's a goner. It's coming out of me like lava. Help me, I'm poor. I'm glad he's single because I'm gonna climb that like a tree. What's that fucking cookie? I had a dream last night that we went down. You read my journal. I put a loaded gun in Dougie's carry-on. They are cute, but when they reach that age, ugh, disgusting. Oh yeah, why can't you go home and why can't you be happy for me and then go home and talk about me behind my back like a normal person? Yeah.
Now we still have Carla quotes. Carla.
Female Fight Club. We grease up, we pull in. Whatever you say, stove. And the last one, I feel bad for your parents. I feel bad for your face. There was a lot of good quotes. That whole exchange between her and the teenage girl in the jewelry store. But then
I'm sure you're super popular.
Super popular, yeah. But I guarantee you, there are some Catherine Hahn quotes that are just like gold.
So yes, going back to Catherine Hahn. The other people are fine, but Catherine Hahn, Carla says, "Still cannot believe I pushed that thing out of my cooch."
Yep.
Whenever she's talking about her giant son, Catherine Hahn, Carla, "My kid eats butter like an entree," and then it doesn't say it here, but immediately after it shows her kid, and he's like, "You gonna eat your butter?"
the Kristen Wiig, I don't even remember what she said, but she was like basically put a mustache on like the flight attendant was like.
Oh yeah,
yeah, on the plane.
Mein Führer.
Yeah, yeah. This should be open. It's civil rights. This is the 90s.
Yeah, it's not the 90s. It's not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the wrong decade. You're in the 90s here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And the beautiful thing about that is most of that was probably improv. Like they just
so good.
Like
when she sits down and she's like, no, this is my seat. I'm Mrs. Iglesias. She just looks at the guy and just like it just came out. Mrs. Iglesias. You could tell she just completely freestyled that. I'm voting Bridesmaids on this. I know.
We gotta go. Yeah.
I loved Catherine Hahn. Hilarious.
Catherine Hahn,
the whole exchange about an uncircumcised. You know what? That whole scene alone, and then
Kristen Bell's like, "I'm never gonna wear this again."
Yeah, that whole scene alone is noteworthy, but like I don't think you can get past just the plane scene alone on Bridesmaids. That's got to win. That's what it was. Ooh, this is a very strict plane. Welcome to Germany. Auf Wiedersehen, asshole. That's what she says. So hilarious. Thank you for that. All right.
Thank you, Kat.
I'm doing points to points for Bridesmaids.
Gotta go Bridesmaids.
Yeah. I think there's just more quotes in Bridesmaids.
I bleached my asshole and I loved it.
Yep, that's another good one. Which brings us to a tie.
Snap.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
It's a very strict plane. Auf Wiedersehen, asshole. Looking great. All right. Now let's see here. What do we got next? How about this? Boom. Which movie is more realistic or relatable? We kind of already did. We already did this.
To a degree.
We already did this question. I just.
Yeah.
I did relate a different relatable, I think.
No. We were talking about how.
Before I did this,
another question.
Which movie did you relate to more?
Oh.
So we're gonna do this, where we do this and.
Okay.
And I changed this, like this.
Well, we already answered it. So
no, we didn't. we just said which one is more relatable. We didn't say which one is
Oh.
more realistic. Those are two different things. In your mind, they might be the same because you did say I like the other one because I like that because it's more real.
Okay.
Sometimes I was noting that last time, even in the Comet movies, like you're like, I like that because it's more real. I'm like, just because it's more real doesn't mean it's better.
But
That's just what you like. You like real. Some people like
know.
fantasy. Some people like fantasies. So the fact that they're
talk to them, bro. I'm here. They're not here. I'm here.
I'm just saying. You get 1 point, not 2.
They can outweigh me in the chat. We all know that. Like,
Yeah.
if everybody's.
So I'm just saying. So which one is more relatable and which one is more realistic is two different questions.
I agree.
For you, they might be one. For me, they're two different questions.
So which one are we answering now? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Which one's more realistic?
Okay.
They're both realistic, honestly.
But to be fair, it's probably Bridesmaids. Because once those PTO bitches get in power, man, you ain't gonna bring as much booze as you want.
Chance.
Yeah, we're dead and done here.
I like that. We'll go with Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids gets the point.
You know, there's somebody that we both know, Clint. I think we've got a clip of them bleaching their asshole.
Oh, bummer.
No, you don't you have that clip?
No, I don't.
I think you do. Or not, maybe not bleaching it, but showing it off.
Really?
Yeah, it happened at a certain time to a certain cop.
Tune in next week. Really?
I'm just going through all my clips.
Yeah. Somebody bleached their asshole and was super excited about it.
I don't
So
know
they
what
showed
you're
it off.
talking about, Curtis.
It was a certain cop who showed it off at a certain time.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you making that sound?
I don't know. It's just a general. That's just a general sound of excitement for every person in the entire world.
Here, let me try.
No.
All right. How about this? How about this? This is a tough one. Which one is the best movie to cheer you up? Which movie would cheer you up more?
Bad Moms is going to cheer me up more. Like I said, there's just so many shitty people in Bridesmaids. Like, I'm glad they become friends again at the end, but like, there's just so many shitty people. And it, like, I want fantasies to cheer me up. I don't want, like, realism.
I'm gonna go with Bridesmaids, dude. I laughed.
Really?
I like.
You laughed hard. It was
I
funnier.
laughed harder. If I'm in and I've seen. Now that I've seen Bridesmaids recently, like, I don't need to watch that movie for a long time. Like I like Mila Kunis a lot and Catherine Hahn a lot, but like if I had the choice right now where I had to watch, I had to watch one of those movies right now. I think I would watch Bridesmaids. Again, just because the movie cracks me up. It's funny all the way through. And if I was in a bad mood and I had to watch a movie that I just watched last week, and I had to do it, it would be Bridesmaids.
Okay, fair enough. Like I don't know stuff. It was still, both of them were fun. Still funny to me. Bridesmaids was funnier. I will admit that.
Yeah.
But it's just like funny stuff isn't as funny. I mean, I don't know. Get off my lawn! It's not so funny. I don't know. Funny comedies. It's just so hard now with comedies because you kind of seen so much because you're older. But Bad Moms made me feel good, man. It made me feel better. So I'm gonna go Bad Moms. Like Bridesmaids, just so many shitty people. Like just they're all shitty. They're all shitty, man. Like I don't want to
it's
see
kind of like
shitty people doing shitty stuff.
I
Like,
want to
just
know
don't
how you
wanna see
feel
it.
about Curb Your Enthusiasm. Have you ever watched that show?
I've seen clips, but I haven't watched
That
the
would
show.
that would f you up, dude.
It
'Cause-
probably would. Like
'cause
that's probably why I haven't watched
It's
it.
just uncomfortable, like situations all the time, and it's like it's freaking hilarious, but it's like you almost feel shitty. It's weird. Like,
Like,
it's weird. Yeah, Larry David is great. It's basically who the Costanza character is based on is Larry. David
yeah,
in
I'm
this. So
aware of that.
it's
It's Jason Alexander, full circle, baby.
yeah, and it's like it's like a train wreck. It's just like and it's kind of like this movie, like where you're watching them mess up and do things, and it makes you like, oh god. But then they get so bad that it's hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see here.
It's so funny. So I know people.
Did we give a point just now? Did I give the point?
No. I think. Well, let's see. So you said Bad Mom, or you said Bridesmaids.
I said Bridesmaids,
Bad Mom.
and you said Bad Mom. So this means we got to go to the. We got to go to the chat. Which movie?
Bobby said Bad Bridesmaids. Bobby says Bad Moms. Uzi's talking about Larry
Time
David.
Cop.
Yeah, dumbass. I mean, so it's wifey's birthday. We got to give it to Bridesmaids.
I don't know what you mean.
We were just talking about bleached assholes earlier and people that were showing them off.
Bridesmaids. So Bridesmaids gets the point. I mean, let's see here.
You need to focus, Uzi. You need to focus. Bad Mom's losing. And I need you to focus. I can't go against my wife. You can.
Yeah. Let's see here. So much stuff here.
Which was the better first contact scenario?
I think this.
Yeah! Now that's a bleached asshole. Yeah. Look at that. You're welcome, ladies. Yeah. You were team Bridesmaids. Now you're team Time Cop. They actually cut a tiny little hole where his butthole is for this scene, but it's so bleached you can't even tell the difference. With the flash and the white boxers, it's just it's unnoticeable. I mean, and well, I didn't know it was SD low res as well, Mel, but I just got prescription glasses. I've been wearing these readers forever now, and I went to the eye doctor and got real glasses, and like it was like once you're getting older, your eyes get worse, and then
Dude, I can't turn it off.
Huh? Nobody's asked to turn it off. Like, this is our highest rated show ever. I got back from the doctor, or I went to the doctor, and they were like, "Okay, this is this," and like I knew my eyes were getting worse, but then all of a sudden, like they put the prescription in, and it was like, oh my god, that's how it's supposed to look. Like, so it's insane. Wait, it wasn't that bad. I knew there were leaves on it, but it was basically reading like, it would be like a good decent distance off, and I'd be like, and I'd be really struggling, and then like they put the prescription on me, and I'm like, well, I can read that, like that's the nothing, and it's insane, but yeah. So these other ones I'd been wearing are just like some cheap Walmart readers that I got for like $3. Better date movie.
Which one's a bad? I didn't mean to cut off your story.
No.
About your readers.
No, we were just talking about bleach assholes and glasses.
Which one is a better date movie?
Well,
Speaking of bleached assholes.
yeah. Well, that's a good question. So I think wifey and I were both married when we saw both of these. Or well, of course we were both married, but we were married when we saw both of these. So let's say you're taking somebody on a first date. You want to take them to see Bridesmaids, where things works out with the Irish guy at the end, or you want to take them. I mean, it works out with the Latin guy at the end of Bad Moms, but like basically American guys suck is the rule of both these movies. But and then but where I mean it's got to be worse, like having your husband cheat on you with some bush queen, like I don't know. Oh, wife says she thinks it's a tie. I mean,
it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
But you got two happy endings at the end of Bridesmaids. Let's be fair. Like, so Maya Rudolph gets married, and then she gets with Captain McIrish Cop. So that's two happy endings. At the end of Bad Moms, Bridesmaids, if they can't laugh at the poop scene, I'm not interested. Well, fair enough. If you're dating a guy and he can't laugh at any poop scene, yeah, like, get him out of here. Thank you for bringing another point of view, Kathy, because we're usually like, well, the chick's going to be like this, and I'm going to be like, what? She's going to be like, huh? And I'm going to be like, whoa. Like, so, yeah. That poop scene was disgusting. I'm like, all right, take it easy. You got an Uber or what? But I don't know. I mean, well, I guess I've got an easy out. Wifey says it's a tie.
I think I would say Bridesmaids, because I think it would be fun to quote some of the John Hamm lines on the date. Because I would totally do that. Like, I would totally do that's in my personality. Would quote the douchier lines the better, and be like, oh, you better not, you know what I mean? Like, I would do that. So
whatever you get, things get intimate later, and she's like, just Clint, we're not exclusive, because I'm seeing a few other guys, and you're like, could a few of the other guys do this?
Or just some of the stuff where it's like he picks her up for the ride, like, hey, you want to take buddy. A nap? You want to take a nap? Like,
little lap nap.
Yeah, that's like you could get away with that on the date if you just saw the movie, and then you're even funny for it, instead of just a douchebag. So I think that would be funny. But anyway, so I'm going with Bridesmaids on that.
Yeah, I got to go that one too, because again, like,
And again, I think it has more funny quotable lines. Like
that's not the question.
No, I know, but like on the date, you want to be able to.
True, very true.
Especially first date, you want to be able to bring up all of those things and laugh about stuff. And I feel like there's more laughable moments. There's more stuff that's just continuously funny You know, like especially if you did like,
It's got 3 love stories. 'Cause you got
So-
Melissa McCarthy and her husband as well.
well,
Go ahead.
especially if you're like doing dinner in a movie, which I think I'd do the movie first, then go out to dinner, because then you could make jokes about the pick, about like, oh, is this restaurant okay? You know, like I'm not gonna end up, you know, like shitting myself, you know, or whatever. You know, you
Yeah.
can make
We're
jokes
not-
about the food.
We're
and
not
stuff.
eating Brazilian, are we? Like,
Yeah.
that's-
Exactly. You can make those kind of jokes. So I'm going with Bridesmaids. So all right, let's see here. Points.
and while we're
And?
here, has anybody eaten Brazilian food? I don't know what that is.
A Brazilian Times.
What does that mean? I can say words too,
Brazilian Times.
but what do you?
There's a Brazilian barbecue places. There's one in Austin called Foco de Chao, and they basically, dude, you'll love this. This is like this is like Viking heaven minus the shitting yourself at the the dress store. That's not a normal part of.
Doesn't Brazil have like penis parasites?
No, man. Like
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
like the folk. This is like, dude. This is like a Viking heaven right here. You basically go to this place and they walk around with meats, and you get to carve off like they carve you off different meats. You're like, I'll take some of that. I'll take some of that, and it's just like Foco de Chao. I think you pay a certain amount. It's basically all you can eat of all kinds of different barbecued meats. So it's like pretty legit.
But is it Brazilian?
I mean, yeah, but there's all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah. I'm not shitting myself in a. What if I have to try on a bridesmaid's dress after that?
That's, dude. That is like a. I feel bad for the Brazilian restaurant industry. After this movie
Yeah.
came out, everybody thinks they're gonna shit themselves. It's like after the movie. This is an old '90s movie with Paul Giamatti called Sideways.
Yeah.
And it was about wine.
It wasn't that old. 2000.
It's an old movie. It was about wine, and like he kind of made a dig at Merlots, and after that, like the Merlot industry sunk. Like people quit buying Merlot because they got the impression that it was like I don't know what kind of snide remark he made, but it made it seem like it was cheap, or like it was not a classy kind of wine, and people quit drinking Merlot, and it hurt a lot of like
Because
wine companies.
All 6 people that saw Sideways really got.
Yeah. Let's see.
I watched about half of it. Kathy says you could kick up your leg, and they could feel the steam heat, like.
Sideways did 109 million in the box office.
I know. Yeah, those 6 people saw it over and over and over.
What was the release date on this? Now that we're at it,
It was mid 2000s.
2004.
Mid 2000s. Not 92 or whatever you.
I wouldn't know. I was on tour at that time. I wouldn't remember.
Yeah. It's just,
Let's see, Clint. That was hilarious. What, the Brazilian joke? I made that joke a Brazilian times. That one.
It's fucking gay. All right.
There we go. So, let's see here. I don't think this applies to either movie. I think both movies were good.
I mean, I'm not going to deduct a point, but I feel on the rewatch, I feel to a degree like,
Hey, look at there.
Hey. Yes. Yes. What do you need? Ladies and gentlemen, we have CCBB in the house. What do you need?
Hey, tell her to give me a high five.
Give Clint a high five. Give him a high five. Other side. Get him out there. No, other way.
There we go.
No, other way.
Other way. There it is.
All right.
All right.
Uh,
Other way, dude. Other way.
I'm just
Other way.
I'm like suspense.
Use your left hand. Your
No,
left
that's
hand. And cross across. There you go. Foot straight forward. Sometimes when we touch. All right.
the artist is too much.
Okay, we're good. Let's so
What
so
are we
what,
talking
what
about?
were you gonna say, dude? Look, come on.
Something about ninjas and
No, man.
Vikings.
This one.
Oh,
Which one should
yeah,
have been better, but on the rewatch you decided?
yeah. I'm not gonna. I don't think we should deduct a point because, like, to a degree, I don't know if this necessarily applies to either movie, but honestly, on the rewatch, like Kristen Wiig's character was just a little too fucking shitty. I mean, and that's the point of the
What do you
to
mean
a
shitty?
degree. To a degree, it's the point of the movie. Like, and I know she's hitting rock bottom, I guess, but like, I just didn't want to watch her as a character. Like, I didn't want to.
I didn't think she was shitty. The only time she was shitty is when she finally snapped and punched through the cookie and tried to put spilled chocolate out of the fountain.
I didn't even blame him for that, but like when the cop was like, "Dude, you came on to me and you treated me like that. You took me home,
Yeah, that was
and
shitty.
you treated me like shit." Like, and then whenever John Hamm drives up and he's like fucking really, like like I'm a guy like you like hanging out with me. You know you fucking like me, and there's fucking douchebag McGee over here, like that. Like she was just so like, and I know.
She just
Like, but
needed a
that
ride, dude. She didn't want to call.
I get that. I get it. Like that's the funny part. Like that's, but it's just like she's just, like parts of her was just and even no, even Melissa Garcia was like, "You're an asshole. Like you're a fucking asshole. Like and like you need to like get your shit straight because you're just an asshole and you need to get over your shit." And like that, and it's like. Yeah, like there's some people like that, but like I don't want to watch a movie about those people. Like when I was younger, maybe I just like
She
know, like,
reminds me of real people. That's for sure.
no, for you, no, very much so.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but it's like, god damn, like, just like you can't see you got somebody nice treating you nice, being nice to you, like, and you're gonna throw them away, like.
So we're gonna skip this one.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's one should count, but oh well. Mr. Hawk, we've got two movies here. We've got Bad Moms and we've got Bridesmaids. Now, Bad Moms has Mila Kunis and it has Catherine Hahn and it has Kristen
Yep.
Bell.
Yeah.
Now, Bridesmaids has Kristen Wiig, Megan McCarthy.
Yeah.
It's got plenty of other wonderful people in it.
What are you trying to say?
Of these two movies, which do you prefer?
I'd have. I think I'd have to say, I don't know. I like them both.
Well, now I'll just say,
Gattaca. I like Gattaca.
And
I like Gattaca. I like
as-
Moon Knight. Let's watch Moon Knight.
most weeks, as with most weeks, we've got several points for Bridesmaids, we've got several points for Bad Moms, and 1 point for Gattaca.
That was
Okay,
fucking weird.
Give Gattaca its point.
Wow. That was real weird. But now
Not
I
as
kind of
weird
want to
as
watch Gattaca.
She-Hulk on.
I'm not going to lie
Dude,
about that one.
I just saw an art. I didn't send it to you. Damn, there's an article that goes, bleach that asshole. That's how you bleach. That's if you don't know, that's how assholes will bleach.
That's how it's done.
Yeah,
Through fire. Bleached by fire.
Yeah, splits and fire. Like that's there you go.
That's my new emo band, Bleached by Fire. So all right.
And dude, you need to have like black hair covering this eye.
Absolutely.
And then blonde hair over this eye with one of those white contacts where you're like, ugh.
Like Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element.
Totally.
Okay.
Gotta do Fifth Element versus something.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Multi-pass. Let's see here. Which movie's the best Christmas movie? Well, they actually have a Bad Moms Christmas movie.
Bad Moms Christmas is awesome.
I didn't get to watch it. I'm going to have to watch that tonight. So let's skip this one.
No, save it for Christmas, dude. Yeah.
No. Which movie made you want to take karate lessons more?
Let's see.
I'm going to say Bad Moms, because if I had a kid and somebody messed with my kid being on the soccer team,
yeah.
I would karate chop him in the throat.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like, if I can't beat you in the PTA, I'm going to beat you physically if you fuck with my kid. Just know that.
If you mess with my kid,
I'm going to bleach your asshole.
Exactly. All right. Oh, so the point goes to Bridesmaids on that. We got almost.
No, that was Bad Moms.
That's what I meant. Dude. Bad Moms needs to make a comeback.
But it's good. Yeah, that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
5 against 7. It's okay. We still got time, Bad Moms.
Yeah. Wifey says, if someone put drugs in their locker, it's karate time. It's fucking karate time.
Time cop.
She's like, we already did the Time Cop episode.
Let's see here. Okay. We got the points. We got the karate lessons.
You're the best.
Which movie made you hungrier?
Ooh. Well.
Seeing them in the grocery store makes me want fruity pebbles.
Dude.
I kind of want some fruity pebbles now.
And it made me think of being that drunk and going to Kettle in San Marcos, Texas, and just cramming scrambled eggs into your face at like 3 a.m. And Kettle's like
it's like Waffle
Denny's,
House,
but it's like
it's
like
trashier.
Waffle House.
It's like Waffle House.
Yeah, it's like Denny's, but it's like cafeteria style. Just go and just scooping bacon and like 3 a.m, like scooping bacon and like eggs into your face and just like, oh yeah. So yeah, Bad Moms has definitely made me hungrier.
Do they have a Kettle in Bad Moms?
No, but they're like, and then going to the grocery store too. Like I remember one time we went to the grocery store and we were like, it was somebody's party, and we went to the grocery store. We went to buy that, the microwavable chopped beef and a bunch of sweet tea because it was a barbecue, and they ran out of meat way too early. I think it was Housen's. I don't want to say which Housen.
Yeah.
But, like we ran out of meat way too early. Like, and so we went and bought a bunch of, or no, maybe it was Ben's. And
you bought a bunch of microwavable beef?
Microwavable chopped beef and sweet tea, and like we were like running around drunk, and like one of the guys was like, "Sir, can I help you?" And I was like, in sweet misery style, I was like, "Oh, where's the sweet tea?" He was like, "It's over there."
Sir, you're scaring me. You're scaring me, sir. Let's see here. Okay,
it was amazing.
Well, let's see here.
It's cool when you do it at 20 something, but at I don't know. We'll try it again at 40 something. Okay, let's do this. Reeling Kids reunion's coming up, so we will try it again soon. We will report back.
Which movie deserves a sequel? Which movie deserves a sequel? Which movie deserves a sequel?
I will say the Bad Mom sequel, Bad Mom's Christmas, is good. And so it might even be funny. I don't know. I might be mixing them up in my head. Maybe that one's funnier. But to see Kristen Wiig getting married and maybe somebody else freaking out might
Ooh,
be
that's a good. I never even put that together.
You know, like them getting married and or she and Irish McHoulihan over there, like getting married and like, you know, maybe Maya's Rudolph is having bad trouble with her husband because everybody was like, he sucks. Even his sister was like, he fucking sucks. You're gonna live with him for the rest of your life. like, and she's like, it's boring now because of course everybody's excited when you're getting married. Like that's the exciting time, you know. Like, but that's like 0.0159% of the relationship, and so seeing Maya Rudolph freak out as a married woman with kids might be a pretty damn good movie. I don't know. But Bad Moms 2 is good. But if they made a Bad Moms 3, I could see that being done very, very good as well. But for this one, I'm gonna go. If they could pull that off, I'd like to see a Bridesmaids sequel.
Bridesmaids would be good. Looking at the cast, like who would you have? Like Kristen Wiig and Chris O'Dowd getting married?
Yeah, and then fucking.
And then Helen and Lillian are competing for to be the maid of honor or something.
Maybe, yeah, because Helen at the end of it, she tries to be friends with Helen.
Yeah.
So, and at the same time, you could have Kim, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. What's her name? The redhead
dude. They should have Megan, Melissa McCarthy, and the freaking
the air marshal
getting married. That's who should be getting married.
Yeah. And all their dogs are grown up, and they're
exactly.
Whenever she blows up, she's like 9. I got 9. She's like got all the dogs.
They should have 9 full-grown dogs running around. It'd be hilarious.
As groomsmen or bridesmaids, like, and then the women and the men are behind them. Like,
yep, I gotta go Bridesmaids on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Man, it's a close race, but it doesn't look good. Does not look good for Bad Moms. I've got a bad feeling about this. Why? Because I control the questions. That's why. We're already past 2 hours on this stream.
Oh my God.
It's okay. It's a special birthday party episode.
It's a birthday party. It's your birthday.
Uh-oh. Okay. If you were on a flight and they only had one movie, which one would you pick? Definitely Bridesmaids.
Going Bad Moms because of full frontal mega bush on a flight.
Dude, I'm thinking about all the quotable stuff that I could say on the plane. There's someone churning butter.
There's a colonial woman churning butter on the wing.
That? That's not the one I was looking for. Yeah. This is a very strict plane. Welcome to Germany. Auf Wiedersehen, asshole. That's I'd have to say that on the plane.
That's you feel the steam and the heat. That's my undercarriage.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff.
Bridesmaids.
Oh boy. Sorry, Bad Moms. I was really rooting for Bad Moms, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles on this show sometimes.
That's the way love goes, babe.
Yep. All right. I'm looking at extra questions now. Which movie made your butt pucker more? Well, that's definitely
it's
definitely the Brazilian barbecue.
Yeah.
I don't even think. Yep. I'm just gonna go straight to points. Brazilian barbecue made my butt pucker.
But boy, she earned her place in Valhalla when she ate that fucking candy. Like she's like,
I love that where she's like, "No, you have food poisoning." She's like, "No, I'm fine," and she's sweating. She's just gushing sweat. I'm fine, but she's not gonna admit that. No way.
And then later on, when Helen's trying to be nice, and she's like, "It wasn't the Brazilian barbecue," and she's like, "No, it definitely was. It definitely."
Oh boy, what about how about best car chase scene?
Wow, I guess it's got to go to Bridesmaids too.
Why?
It's not really a car chase, but
well, you also have Mila Kunis taking the hot rod out.
Yeah, but nobody's chasing her like that. Like I agree, but nobody's chasing her. And at bare minimum, she's trying to initiate a chase in Bridesmaids.
I think we're.
And Mel, if you haven't seen these, you've got like of all the movies we've talked about, like you got to check these. They're just comedies. They're fun. And they're like you got to check these out. Like these are so good.
Best kiss or better love story?
Better love stories iffy with both of these, I think.
Yeah.
Best kiss.
How about
was Bride?
Did we already do? Oh, we already did this one. Yeah. I think we're out of questions. I think we're out of. I was skipping along. I was looking along at these. If they didn't really relate, then I would just kind of skip them, and we're kind of done with these questions. So I think we're gonna look at the points real quick.
It's a close one.
It is close. It's been fluctuating the whole time, but I think we're definitely gonna have to give this one to Bridesmaids. Oh, Melissa McCarthy and the Air Marshal is the best love story for sure. I'm even gonna give
That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
I'm even though this is the scoring was done, I just added one more point for Bridesmaids, so it's even more of a landslide now because
they are married in real life.
That's right. So Melissa McCarthy and the Air Marshal is the best love story. Absolutely. Did you say they're married in real life?
Yeah.
That's her real husband?
Trivia thing. Yeah.
I did not know that. That's great.
Trivia.
Awesome. Well, it looks
Melissa
like
McCarthy, Megan, and Ben Falcone, the Air Marshal, are married in real life. Bridesmaids trivia. IMDb.
Bridesmaids wins. They are the champions. I just cracked myself up with that stupid party noise. Yeah. Bridesmaids wins. Yep. There you go, gang. Man, if any of you guys have not seen both of these movies, go watch them. They're good movies.
Please.
They're hilarious movies. And yeah, they're a little different. They got a little different feel, but they're both over the top and ridiculous and a good time. Yeah, celebrating with I'm continuously celebrating with Time Cop all the time.
Now, can you
all day, every day.
time the celebration sound with the splits? The brrr with the slits.
That is a tough one. That is a tough one. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to do stuff like that. Like,
I agree.
If you're gonna do something like,
oh wow, he did it.
or you can do this.
Happy birthday.
All right, we're done with that. There you go. That was way too much. Time Cop, way too much.
You're the best. Top Cop.
Stephanie Baker. I'm glad we did these movies too. This was fun. Yep. If you have any ideas for more comedies, throw them at us. Message me, and I'm the OG Clint Baker on. I guess I have to say all that crap on Instagram and Twitter, and if we're friends on Facebook, you can message me there too. So, I'm not necessarily wrapping this up because again, this is a birthday episode, so we can just keep hanging out. But the winner is Bridesmaids. So, let it be known. And now that we've wrapped all that up for the books, party time, man. Cheers, Curtis. I got a big gulp.
Cheers with my Invisibeer. So yes, both of these are very good movies. And of the like, share, and subscribe thing, honestly, you are such wonderful people. The biggest thing is probably share. Tell your friends, share it, because like y'all, we've got such spectacular fans. Tell other people so they can, share it to their friends and stuff like that too, and they can enjoy as well. Yeah.
Do we like This Is the End? Now, I have a hard time remembering if that is the Danny McBride movie or if that's the one that's the guys from Shaun of the Dead, because they both did An End of the World,
no,
which is a great. Those are the two that we should do against each other.
Ooh, This Is the End versus At World's End.
Yeah, the
Shaun
World's
of the
End.
Dead is at World's End.
Yeah, the World's End versus This Is the End. Let's do them both.
We can.
Good night, Stephanie.
We love you, sweet wifey. Sweet dreams. I will bother you in the morning. I will say, so with
I did enjoy that movie. Any movie that Channing Tatum does a cameo has turned into a funny thing. Like, that guy's hilarious. Every time he basically humiliates himself in every cameo he does.
Who is it?
Channing Tatum?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now,
versus Ender's Game. Catherine, something you should know about me is I love Danny McBride. Eastbound and Down is one of the best pieces of film ever. That series is the funniest show ever. Have you seen that, Curtis? Eastbound and Down?
Not all. I've seen episodes, but
the first season is like un-F-withable. It's like ridiculous. It's awesome. The second season, not so much. It was good, but it felt like it was trying a little bit too hard. But the first season is classic. Good stuff. Yeah, I
And
love.
so Uzi, now let me ask you this. So we have been contemplating Willow, deeply
Ooh, yeah.
contemplating Willow. Now we're going to save it because the Willow show comes out November 30th of this year. They're coming out. There's a whole new show about Willow coming out November 30th on Disney Plus. So we're going to do Willow, but it's coming out around that time. But we have been deeply contemplating what could go up against Willow.
Something with wizards,
And
right?
yes, I assume so. And like we've had so and we did have some good ones. We had Labyrinth, we had Dark Crystal earlier. Labyrinth to me goes up. I'm not doesn't have to be this way, but it, to me goes up best up against Never Ending because like those were the best um,
N-
kid movies.
I
You
think
know,
Neverending
or
Story would go well against Princess Bride also for some reason. I put those up.
Princess Bride is such a good love story. Like I was thinking Bride versus
Ooh,
Legend
ooh, that's another
because at
fantasy.
least yeah, and they're both fantasy, and at least Legend is this deep love story, you know, but it's not as comedic by any means, but as Princess Bride, but uh, Dark Crystal would be really good, but I don't know, like it throws me off with
I've got
the
one.
Muppets. I don't know.
Meet the
Uh,
Feebles.
oh, God.
Do you
Versus
know?
Dark Crystal. Yes, I know. I absolutely know. Yes. It's very dark. Yes.
It's Peter Jackson. I mean, what more do you want?
He did Lord of the Rings. I mean, um, yeah. Well, yeah, we got to do that and Bad Taste, or we could do Bad Taste or
Yeah,
Dead
that would
Alive.
definitely be in bad taste if we did.
No.
We Meet the Feebles.
um, but yeah, versus Willow. Willow's such a hard. So I was saying something like Sword and the Sorcerer. Like, and if you haven't seen it, it's fucking awesome '80s movie. Masters of the Universe. Are you're just looking at Google Uzi? You're just googling shit. I saw I googled it too. You're just googling.
Willow versus the Dark Crystal. Will.
Maybe,
Eh, eh, uh.
but I was saying Sword and the Sorcerer because it's this really good '80s movie, and it's kind of the same idea. It's not made by Lucas and Spielberg or whatever, so it's not the production rate's not going to be there. But it's kind of the same idea, but I don't know. But it's I don't know. And it's free on YouTube.
You also said. You also
Master of the
said.
Universe is a classic, but
Yeah.
the Dolph Lundgren movie is an iffy classic. But you know you're Googling. You're Googling Uzi. Don't lie to me. You're Googling it shit. Because I Google it too. That's one of the first things that popped up, and I was like, no, that's not. No. Just because they have two tiny people in it.
You also said with the Wizard of Oz, and I said you just said that because they both have wizards.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they both have wizards.
Because it was, there was the Wizards, totally the Wizards thing. That's all
Yes.
it was.
Um. Let's see here. I don't know. That's a tough one.
We
The
could
Never-Ending
do.
Story.
Well, I mean, we could, but like I think to me, and this is just me. I could be, I can be outvoted, but like Never-Ending Story and Labyrinth are such a good pairing to me. Like there's to me, like that's two like kid movies that you watched growing up when we were kids. Like
Flight of the
or
Navigator was another one.
I fucking hated that movie.
Me
I
too.
don't know
I didn't
why.
like it
We
either.
can't. I
I didn't like that one either. It's
like
just a
so,
it's just a kid on the journey. You know what I mean?
yeah, like it's just
We could do Stand By Me
uh
and Goonies.
totally we could.
We should do
Totally.
that. We should do those.
Yes. That's perfect. Um, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we could do. Yeah, we could do so much with. Artax, stupid horse. It was on.
The Dark
That is-
Crystal. What are we gonna do against that? That's
The Dark Crystal. Dark Crystal versus Labyrinth would be pretty good.
Yeah.
But you got live action and puppets or Muppets.
it
for
doesn't matter
that.
if they fit in the same. If it's a square
No,
in,
but-
an octagon, and
like-
you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like to me, I just always paired up Labyrinth because like literally when my kids were like want to watch a kid movie that I wanted to watch, I would put on Neverending Story or Labyrinth. So that like I just paired those up in my brain.
I never did get to
And
see
Dark-
the Dark Crystal series. Did you see that?
I watched some of it. I didn't finish it though because it kind of tapered off for me. Dark. Crystal
Is anybody
series was
watching
good.
Sandman on Netflix? Anybody out there? I started it and then it kind of just, I kind of got bored. I was really into it in the first few episodes and then I kind of fell off. I don't know.
Dark Crystal.
Pensive back in the background.
I kind of really like Dark Crystal and Meet the Feebles.
I'm down. They're Muppet movies. Let's do it.
Like
I don't care if it's a bunch of Muppets trying to have sex. Like, that's hilarious. If you guys don't know what Meet the Feebles is, it's Bobby, check it out. It was good, but like, I think I'm about to get to a point on Sandman where it's about to get really good. I do that with shows every once in a while. I'll get to a point where I'm like, and then I stop, and then I'll let them sit there for months sometimes, and then I'll go back. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go and I'll watch the next episode, and it blows my mind. And if I'd have just powered through it, it was like it's a little lull. If I'd have just powered through, it would have been amazing. So. Yeah, he's curiously contemplative. Curtis, he's contemplating Meet the Feebles. Meet the Feebles is a Peter Jackson. Basically, they're Muppets, pretty much, and it's like an X-rated movie with Muppets. They're doing drinking and doing substances and having intercourse and all kinds of things in it, but they're Muppets.
Murdering and
Yeah, it's a effed up movie. It's pretty nuts. I saw that. Holy crap! I saw that like at the Dolby Theater like 20 years ago or some. I mean, longer, a long time ago. And it was a crazy movie, and I forgot all about it until somebody brought it up.
and it's one of Peter Jackson, the great Peter Jackson's first. Ooh, Team America. Oh, that'd be a good one. Team America versus one.
There you go. Well, the Dark Crystal versus Team America. They're puppets.
Yes, they are.
And that is an unlikely pairing, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's wild. I saw Meet the Feebles in the theater, and I was like, I was probably 22, maybe 20, not even, probably 20, and I was like, couldn't understand what I was watching. What the hell is happening? Puppets aren't supposed to behave like this.
And then he creates like the best movies in the history of the world, like
Yeah, it's hilarious. Good for him and his sense of humor. I think it's great. I would much prefer to do like the Muppets Take Manhattan versus Meet the Feebles or something like that.
No, that's
Yeah, I'd love that. I think it's awesome.
that makes it more disturbing.
I know.
At least
Peoples is peoples. Big city, peoples come, peoples go. It's peoples. Penis is penis. Okay.
Melissa McCarthy was in Bridesmaids, if that's what you're asking, Mel. just watch the damn movies. What are you gonna pay like $1.99? Come on, like just watch the movies.
Melissa McCarthy was in the recent
You're
one.
gonna enjoy it.
Are you talking about Meet the Feebles? Well, she wasn't in that.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're done.
Oh, she was in the Happy Time Murders. You're right. Oh,
What is a Happy
Murders?
Time Murder?
It's kind of the same idea, but it's live. Oh, I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about, Mel. It's like somebody took Meet the Feebles and was like, "Hey, this could be a good movie. Let's do it." And it's a big budget movie.
So it's a Muppet movie with Melissa McCarthy.
It's Muppets and live action together, and
So it's like Labyrinth.
But no, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but it looked. Whenever I saw it, I remember seeing it, and I was like, "That looks like fucking Meet the Feebles." But they just copied it. Like,
Okay, well let's do Meet the Feebles versus that Happy Time Murders. And it's
straight up, we could. Yeah.
All
Are we doing
right.
that next week, or we still doing Grease?
No, next week we're doing Grease versus
Crybaby.
Yeah, there it is. That's what we're doing next week, guys. Grease versus Crybaby. Everybody knows Grease, and we just lost Olivia Newton-John, so now we're gonna do a quick nod and a tipping of the hat to her, and then we're gonna do Crybaby. If you don't know about Crybaby, it's a Johnny Depp movie, cult classic musical greaser. Excuse me, greaser movie, and it's great. So this will be a fun one. So check that out.
If you want to see that, you can turn on next one.
Yeah, guys, tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and make sure you do this.
No.
Subscribe.
No, Batflex should say it, not you.
Yeah, and
if you want to see that,
tune in next week.
Bam! That just happened.
Really? Yep. Really, guys. And again, subscribe if you stumble across this video randomly and you're like, what the hell am I watching? We do this every Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Follow us and we're gonna keep cranking these things out weekly. We have fun. That's what we're doing this for. This is a good time, and more than anything, though, what we're trying to say is, beat your ass. That was weird.
Beat your asshole.
Wow. All right. Well, guys, again, it's good to see you. We'll be here next week. I gotta go bleach my. You know what?
All the new people are gonna come on, and there's gonna be people in the chat going, "Bleach your asshole, bleach your asshole," like asking for the Van Damme clip, and everybody, what the hell did I just step into?